Beautifully risen with a light as a cloud texture and a rich chocolate flavor. These are sure to put a smile on your face. I know they look scary, but they're easier than you think. Let's make some cheap and cheerful chocolate soufflés. The first thing we're gonna have to do is prepare our ramekin. So I've got some butter here. I forgot to take it out of the fridge, so I'm gonna melt it in the microwave. Once my butter is melted, I'm gonna brush the inside of my ramekins. To make sure that you get your soufflé to rise up straight as well, you're gonna take your brush and do vertical brush strokes on your ramekin. And this will encourage your soufflé to rise up straight. You want it to come up above the ramekin when it's done baking. Now I've got some sugar which I'm gonna put into my ramekins as well. And I'm gonna toss that around the ramekin to cover all of the sides. And basically what this is going to do, it's going to give the soufflé a surface to grab onto while it's rising, so it goes as high as it possibly can. Now I'm gonna place these upside down and put them in the fridge to cool while we prepare the rest of our ingredients. Next I've got my dark chocolate. I'm just gonna break it up into a microwavable bowl. And I'm gonna melt it in the microwave in 10 to 15-second intervals until it's nice and melted down. Okay, my chocolate has started to melt and I don't want to take it any further. Just give it a stir and there should be enough heat remaining in the bowl that it's gonna melt it all the way through. And this is perfect. I'm just gonna add a bit of my leftover melted butter to help the chocolate to not set as quickly. Right, let's get working with our eggs. First of all, I've got a bowl here and I'm gonna add in a little bit of lemon juice. We're gonna use this to beat up our egg whites in a minute, so we need the bowl to be nice and clean. I'm just gonna grab a bit of kitchen roll and spread that around and also soak up any of the excess lemon juice. This not only ensures that the bowl is clean, but the acidity of the lemon helps to stabilize the egg whites as well. And now I'm gonna separate my eggs. When you're making a meringue, it's best to have your eggs at room temperature, so I'll move the egg whites to the side for now and let's start working with the egg yolks. To our eggs, I'm gonna add in some castor sugar and also cornstarch. And I'm gonna beat it all together until it gets nice and pale and a bit foamy. Now we can add in our melted chocolate. Make sure that it's cooled down a little bit because you don't want to scramble the egg at this point. And beat that in as well. Put that to the side and let's whip up some egg whites. I'm gonna beat up my egg whites on a low speed until it starts to get a little bit foamy and then slowly add in my castor sugar. We wanna reach mid to stiff peaks. Okay, I think that's perfect. So now we can mix everything together. We have to do it really slowly. Right, first I'm gonna take a little bit of my egg white mixture and use that to lighten up my chocolate mixture. This first bit of egg white is pretty much sacrificial. We do need to loosen up this mixture, otherwise it would never come together. Now slowly add in the rest and use a folding motion because we want to keep all of the air in the egg white now because it's going to give us that beautiful rise. Okie dokie, everything's mixed in, so now we can start to pour this into our prepared ramekins. My ramekins are nice and cold now because they were in the fridge. I like to use a spoon to fill them up. If you just pour the mixture in, I feel like it can go everywhere and it makes a bit of a mess and then it just doesn't look as pretty in the end. So just slowly spoon them in. You could get an offset spatula and even at the top. I don't like to do that because I feel like you're pressing down too much on the mixture and you might kind of pop air bubbles and stuff like that. And you could get spillage, which then it's just difficult to clean. One final thing we have to do before they go into the oven is you can grab your finger and run it around the top of the edge to try to separate out the very top of the souffle mixture from the ramekin. This will make it easier for it to rise up straight, which is all we're looking for here. I'm gonna bring this into the oven, which has been preheated to 160 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. My oven's crazy, so it'll be closer to 12. They're ready, let's take them out. Just remember, they must be served immediately. They will start to collapse as soon as they come out of the oven. And here they are. Dust them lightly with icing sugar and serve with freshly whipped cream and raspberries. All right, let's eat. It's gorgeous. It's such a rich chocolate flavor. And the texture is like nothing else. It's like eating air. It's so delicious. The contrast of the chocolate flavor with the raspberries and the whipped cream is just a magical combination. If you want to try this recipe, all the ingredients will be listed in the description below. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe and share the video with all of your friends. If you tried the recipe, I want to see how you get on. Let me know on Instagram. With that, I'll leave you for this video and enjoy.